Well, hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Draco and I'm here to welcome you all to something new I am trying out. The new thing I'm trying out is doing interviews with the Vrchat community. I had a friend that has done a What is a Furry 101 explaining about the furry community. I will put up a link to his video in my description. I just gotta remember to do it. I want to do something similar, except put a bit of a twist to it. I will be interviewing what is going on over there? Different Vrchat furries and ask them four different questions. But since I'm new to this, I don't really have any help on editing the videos or on what to say. So if you have any suggestions on what would be good for, put it down in the comments if you don't mind, please and thank you. Another, if this turns out well, yeah, I will be doing more interviews. I'm just hoping this turns out really well. Please and thank you. The questions I'll be asking will be: first, what do you think about Vrchat furries? Second, how do you like the community? Third, why did you become a furry? And at last, fourth question is, what species are you partaking as? Well, either way, I mess up on saying that, talking to them, so I do apologize later in the videos. Before we get started, my own words on Vrchat furries. My own words I have on them. Now, for me, I started really getting into the furry fandom in 2018. It always intrigued me, and well, I also liked anthropomorphic animals as well. But it's more than that to it, though. I see it as it's a community where you can be yourself without others or as many people judging you for being yourself. Even though there is some that do, but not or nowhere near as bad. So for me, I feel welcome, and since I joined Vrchat back in 2023, I've made lots of friends, and now I am in multiple Discord servers, so now I'm busier than ever, but I have fun. I even get out a whole lot more now and do more traveling. It's been fun. I'm really trying to do that this year, is to do more travels and visit friends here and there. That's my plan. I used not to travel a whole lot, but, you know. As for me, I have two different avatars I use. One is a crispy bun, basically a bunny. And the main one I use is the Nardo Dragon, which I am in right now. Or was Nardo Dragon? It's weird how they pronounce it, but yes, Nardo for short, technically. I've even learned how to create my own textures, been learning other stuff, but been busy, so it's hard to get around to learning some stuff. Now I am in my main Nardo, as you see. That my arm is different and a scar on my cheek. I actually put those there to represent me in real life, due to I was in a house fire when I was 3 years old. And they're just scars that I carry, and I just wanted them to be on the avatars as well. I put them on all my avatars. The only reason why is because I want to represent. I know being in an avatar on Vrchat should hide for who you are, who you really, really are, and you can be more comfortable with yourself. But I've learned, for me, to make it where people get used to, why they ask about the scars. I explain it to them. It's like this makes it where it's more comfortable, so it makes it easier to be around people as much. And when I meet them in real life, they just don't ask about it because they already know the story. Then voila, got the scarring showing. Yes, I was in a house fire. But that was back in February of 1994. So, I'm 34 years old. It was 31 years ago. I do turn 35 this year, but it's later this year. Voila. All right. Let's see. Now and foremost, let's get started with the interviews. I hope you enjoy it. Let's get started. Yeah. Hello, everyone. This is the first interviewers, or how would you say it? Interviewers? Interviewees. Yes. I'm not gonna say any names. I told him not to say it last time, but he tried to anyway. Due to privacy.
I'm jinxed.
He said it anyway.
I'm a goofy goober.
Yes. Okay. We went over this once. Long story, but yeah, what do you think about Vrchat furries?
Oh my gosh. I think the Vrchat furries are a wonderful group of individuals who are extremely diverse in their colors and in their creatures and all sorts of interesting differences going on. And I really enjoy that about the furry community, or the furries themselves on Vrchat. How they are extremely accepting of others and open-minded, and seems to be, despite our obvious emotional damages, we've also seemed to be more emotionally aware of other people's statuses, and are, because of that, willing to work with people. And I like that a lot.
How about you, good sir?
We're all kooky. We're all crazy here. All the Vrchat furries are crazy along with me. I love it. I do like being in the community. I've been in the community since I was like 13. I still don't have a fursona, but it doesn't even matter because they just accept you how you come. You put on a furry avatar, and bam, you're in. You're in. That's all it takes. You go to a furry hideout. You go to wherever you want to go. What's your hangout spot? And you're bound to find somebody who's willing to talk to you and share more than just a mirror. It's really nice sometimes. I think furries definitely have that. It's since it's a little bit weird in the first place, other weird things don't stick out quite as much. And it's a place for weirdos like me to come and make friends.
Another one of my friends popped up, but y'all two just basically answered two questions in one go, so that's good. Because the second question was, how do you like the community? So yes.
It's a good community.
I'm just doing a recording for interviews of furry Vrchat communities. Okay, so technically, since you already answered two out of in one go, so what made you join the fandom? I think you actually did answer that one.
I have a bit of a obsession with foxes because I really liked tails when I was younger. When I say younger, in my early 20s, I developed an obsession for him for some reason. And he had a bunch of friends around him that I wish I had. So I joined a fan game eventually for Tails Adventure Armada, that's what it's called. And I was a writer. And I met somebody who's really influential in getting me to explore the community more. And once I did, I guess became a fox myself. Weird as that is.
I think you already did answer it in some form of way. If I remember.
When I was 13, I saw pretty image. I saw the images of all the anthropomorphic characters, and I grew up watching Disney and this and that, and every anthropomorphized characters were like, they were everywhere. They are everywhere, even without furries.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't know. I always liked him. I always liked, Robin Hood, the Disney classic stuff like that. I like, and I saw that there was a whole community around it, and I said, "Oh boy!" And when I was 13, I joined. I don't have a fursona, didn't have a fursona. I just started hanging out with furries, and that's it. I got the nickname Furry, just because I hanged around with them for long enough. It grew on me like a moss.
Ooh.
Well, if I had, uh,
Sure.
well, I like the furry community. Is when I joined it, I didn't really understand what it was like to be actually accepted. Uh, During my entire life, in my first 30 years, I had friends, but joining this community made me feel like I belong somewhere, which is I've never experienced before. I suppose I guess made me much happier having friends that I felt like I belonged with.
Well, I got the final question on this one. Is what species are y'all portraying?
I am a foxo, and people running around usually different weird colors like green and red and purple and whatnot. And I took a little bit more traditional approach, I suppose. And it's like a red fox. So we've got this streak going up. I'm a little bit more orange than the red fox would be. Oh, and but this species on VRC is called Rexium, and it's a highly popular species on VRC, but it's colored like a fox, and I'm just considered a fox here.
Pops.
And as for you, good sir?
Fox.
I am a Ricker. I think that's what this is called. It's based off. There was a volleys, and now there's Rickers too, which is like the slightly less feathery of them. I don't even know what I am. I'm just a mystical little being, and I love it. I got feathers. I got feathers, and I got a tail. And I couldn't ask for much more than that.
And colorful.
Yeah, honestly. Yes, and I'm fruit roll-up colored.
I can't really pronounce the name on these. I know they have short terms for these on being Nardos, but more of a Nardo dragon.
Nardo.
It's
Nardo
actually
dragon.
something like that. Nardo. I can't really pronounce it, to be honest with you, because it's so weird and mixed. But basically, it's just Nardo short term. Hello, everyone. Here's my next interviewer. Dalmatian. I'm just going to go with that. That's as far as I'm going with it. If he wants to go further,
Yeah,
it's
that's
up to
fine.
him.
I don't mind.
I only got 4 simple questions. Something simple about the VR chat community. Oh, why did I hit that button? Okay, first simple little question. What do you think about the VR chat furries?
So I feel VR chat has come a long way. Letting people that are within the fandom play VR chat express their self, basically. So if let's say they can't afford a Sona in real life, they can make their Sona here in VR chat and actually be who they want to be. They can meet a lot of people, and not only do that too, they can even go to conventions here in VR chat. I know during COVID, a lot of conventions were not taking place in real life, and they're all here in VR chat. And I feel that throughout the years, having conventions here in VR chat and multiple furry groups here in VR chat just brings more people within the fandom, and it makes it a closer knit fandom, I should say.
Ooh. That's about the same with me. I can't really afford a whole, suit, and
Of
same thing
course.
with traveling. So this is about the closest thing I can get to. So, and I enjoy it myself.
Awesome.
Yes. And next little question, I think you basically answered it in a way, is how do you like the community?
I know there are good things and bad things within the fandom. I like to try to stay with the good things of the fandom. Because again, and I'm a group owner of a group of furries from all over the world. I've been a group owner now for the past couple of years. But honestly, I know some people that really don't understand the fandom give the furries a bad rap. That happens. Like, you'll have people that are crashers, stuff like that. They want to mess up people. Let's say, using TikTok for example, mess them up and they'll crash them while they're trying to do something. And but really, the fandom's a really good thing, because at the same time, not only do they help themselves and the community itself, but they do also do fundraisers here in the fandom too. Like, they donate to ASPCA, they'll donate to Save a Fox Rescue, they'll donate to different foundations that also help the LGBTQ community as well. So the fandom's a really good thing. It helps people in need when they need it.
Ooh, that's a good one. Yeah, right. I mean, I've seen fundraisers. I've got involved in this one group I'm in on Discord.
Of course.
To kind of help out with a word creation we're trying to do, actually.
Nice.
So, next question is, so what made you join the fandom?
So years ago, I was mascotting as Marshall from Paw Patrol, and that's what I said. No, this is kind of fun. And then I found out there's fur bowls. Like I said, I went to one and dressed up as Marshall. I said, no, this is cool. I need to have my own fursuit. So that's where I developed Cheetah Dalmatian. But with my Sona, there's something that means a lot to me on it, and that's the puzzle piece over my left eye. My son has autism, so I'm a big avid supporter of autism awareness. And I like to teach autism awareness, too, in the fire service as well, because there are classes now teaching firefighters about people within the spectrum on what things that can happen and how we can approach that safely. But again, ever being in the fandom back, I started before COVID hit, and then I grew to where I joined groups. I started going to events, and then I was in a main group, and then that main group I was an admin, and then later, like 2 years down the road, I became the owner of that group. And ever since being owner, I have done multiple events. We also do Vrchat meet and greets at conventions, so we tend to do a lot of stuff here.
Nice. Alright. I mean, yeah, you're right, though. It's nice. I really do like the fandom. But, now, okay. Next thing is, what species are you partaking in, basically?
It's fun. So my Sona's a Dalmatian. I also have a wolf Sona. So I have multiple different avatars, Dalmatian-like. So most of the time I'm Dalmatian, but every once in a while I'll be my wolf.
Ah. Well, that's all the questions I really technically had, so.
Not a problem. I've been in the fandom for a while. I recently started working with Rowdy last year. My first event was Rowdy Umbra. That was my first Rowdy working, but my first ever Rowdy was Rowdy Luma. So I've been every single Rowdy ever since.
I went to Rowdy Umbra last year as well.
Nice. It's so much fun. The Rowdy stream team does a lot of work here, and during Rowdy alone, and we take pride and we have a lot of fun here in Vrchat. We live life to the fullest. We do a lot of streaming, so that's where everybody can witness, and that can't be here in the convention. Can actually see it on live on like different streaming platforms that we use.
Ooh, something to check out, folks. Yee. All right.
So by all means, I recommend anybody to play Vrchat, and if you want to learn more about the community, reach out to groups and go from there. But it's an honor and a privilege being part of your interview, and hopefully we get more interviews, and hopefully we could hear some more from you someday.
Ooh, this is gonna be. I'm not sure exactly what to say because this is the first time actually doing interviews, so over time I probably will get better at it.
Of course, I've been in a few interviews already in here in Vrchat, so I'm used to it by now.
Fair point. All right. Good interviewing you. I would say shake your hand.
Nice interviewing with you two as well. Yeet.
On to the next. Let's just say. All right, you want to know what the four
Alright.
simple questions are? I mean, one, two, you can add some stuff in there.
Close my window, yeah.
Huh?
Yeah, well, let's just go.
All right.
Okay, just
all right.
YOLO it.
Here's my next friend here, everyone. I'm not going to say his name unless he wants it, unless you recognize his avatar. Haha. All right, first question here, good sir. What do you think about the VR
Oh.
chat furries?
The VRChat furries. Well, since I've been in the VRChat furry scene since January 2020, basically that was the era of the Sheepa Squad. That's why I got in, actually, because seeing all the Sheepa Squad videos by Recto Bisque. And you know what? It's been an amazing experience. I've been in the fandom since 2012, and been first inning, going to cons. I've done it all. You know, I've run communities like chat groups and stuff. You know, for a local furry community. But as we may know, furries do have their amount of drama, right, and negativity. But man, I do not see that in VR chat. It's because it's personal. We wear our characters. You know, we are here. You know, it's very rare I see someone just stand across and say, "Hey, you're a whatever." You know, you don't get any of that. You know, and yes, I've seen drama in VR chat. It's still there, but it's like it's almost none. It's like 0.001% of everything. Otherwise, it's just wholesome. Everyone just wants to be friends and just chill out and build cool things or do anything they want. So it's really cool to see it like this. You know. But yeah, that's what I feel about the furries in VR chat, you know, and do you think like there's hi, we're just doing a quick you say that's what happens. Oh, hi. Good. Yeah. so, so it's funny because now my boyfriend just came in here too to see how I'm feeling. So anyway, so without trying to make this too drawn out, like I could say a whole lot. I've been in the thick of this, like in this fandom a lot. I've been involved in a lot of communities in VR chat. Like for instance, when I first came in, I noticed there was, or at least I couldn't find any club scene. I like dancing, I like rave music, and when I came in, none of that was happening. You know, I didn't see any clubs going on. So I was like, well, okay, well, I just started doing a Friday night thing, you know, and then one thing led to another. I started meeting DJs who live stream, and I'm like, okay, well, let's make a time and place, you know, find worlds with working players, and you know, eventually I started getting a list of DJs who play, and then I'm like, well, this is getting pretty big, so I created a community called Tailbase, right? So some of you may know me, Emblade, by the way, you know, created Tailbase, and then at the same time, literally at the same time, I got involved with Frality, running their club side of things for them, right? So it was a lot going on then. So yes, I've been involved pretty heavily in the fandom and VR chat, and it's been an amazing experience, right? So, and yeah, so I mean, you know, but yeah, furries and VR are awesome. Yeah.
Let's go furries.
Yeah.
I think you basically kind of answered this in a one way, form, or fashion. How do you like the community, though?
Yeah, probably go ahead. The community? How do I like the community? Yeah. Like, I like the community a lot, so it's great. Doesn't matter what. And I guess one thing I was actually trying to segue to earlier was a lot of people think, oh, well, there's the furries, and then there's the normies or anime people, whatever you call them. And to be honest, like, kind of recently, yes, like for the most of my time, last 4 or 5 years of being in this, I just stick with friends plus instances and all my friends, you know, and everyone's furry and everyone's cool because we're all together. But I've been venturing out for the last year now, just getting out to any club. Like, I want to try different things, get out of my normal scene. I wanted to go check out like what all these other clubs are doing, what kind of DJs are playing, what kind of music, you know, and you know what I mean? And it's been pretty cool. And I go like this. This is me. Like, this is my character. This is why I'm all LED'd up. for multiple reasons, but like I like I'm a raver dog, you know, so I like going and I like techno, so any kind of EDM, right? So
Oh yeah.
yeah.
Fair point. Fair point. All right, and the next question here, my good man, is: so what made you join the fandom?
Oh, well, maybe join the fandom. Well, in 2012, I basically him. Well, I just felt I felt the community like back in 2012. I just felt the community was really interesting and very scary at the same time. And to a certain degree, I still find it scary, like fursuits. You know, like a lot of people have the phobia of mascotters and at the beginning, it was like, whoa, what is this? People dress up in like animal costumes. Like, this is crazy, you know? And I'm watching like, I was watching YouTube on like music videos, not music videos, dance comps at FWA, right? And like watching people like Monster Roo doing their dance. And I thought, this is really cool. Like, you know, this is pretty, I want to go check it out. But I was like, oh, I don't want to go to a con, you know? I'd be kind of scared, you know? And and I sort of, it's not quite correct, but I still sort of see my involvement in the furry community as a hobby. You know, a lot of people call it lifestyle as well, but it's it kind of makes sense what I'm about to say because I used to be really deep into RC cars and planes. Like that was my life. I drove a car with a license plate that says RC car in the back. Like I worked at a store for 5 years, everything. Like it was hardcore. And like my first furry meet was like a picnic, and I brought like every single RC thing I had with me just so I have like some kind of ice breaking thing to you know to break the ice and just you know and be part of the thing. And then you know and it turned out to be a really good event, you know, and this one thing led to another, just going to the local events. And there's no Vrchat then. There wasn't even Telegram then or nothing for us to hang out on, you know. And you know, you know, created my FA account, you know, to admittedly turn off certain filters, you know. And while I was there, I was like, well, I might as well fill out a bio while I'm at it, you know.
Hey, not.
And yeah.
Cool.
Anyway, that's how I got into fandom. Just one thing led to another, and then got a fursuit.
I want to do that so badly. I don't make enough really to try to get a fursuit, so.
Turn on your heavy.
Yeah.
So yeah. My last question for you, my good man, is what species are you partaking?
Okay, I am an Akita Inu, it's a Japanese Akita, right? So there's two different types of Akitas. There's the American Akita and the Japanese Akita. So fun fact, so I was watching, sometimes I randomly download movies without even looking at a trailer or knowing anything about them. And I downloaded a movie called, legitimately, I got a movie called Hachiko. So if anybody who's watched Hachiko can understand, it's basically a story based off a true story of a Japanese professor who found a puppy Akita at a train station where he commuted from to go to work every day. And he raised this dog. Basically, they walked together to the train station. He would get in and go to and teach for the day, and he'll come back at a certain exact time every day. And so the Akita would come and sit there and watch. Hachiko would come and sit and watch, you know. And unfortunately, as the movie went, the professor passed away from a heart attack during his teachings in school, and so he never came back from the chase station. But Hachiko every day came and just sat and waited for his master to come home. And I was like, oh my gosh, like this is such a turn in the story because it's all like, oh, there's a puppy and they're playing and you know, and you know, and then I'm like, I wiggle the mouse and I see the progress is like halfway. And I literally was like, what's there more to say? What's going on? You know what I mean? It just hit me so hard. And just the story of this dog and his perseverance and his dedication and loyalty is just, it resonated me. And that during that time, I was just getting to the fandom and people asked me like, what are you? And I'm like, well, I don't know. And then I was like, I just watched this movie. So I'm like, Akita. And I wanted to be different. I don't want to be another wolf or a fox, whatever. So I'm like, well,
Oh yeah.
since the dog in the movie was like a traditional Akita colors, with the, I was like, the Akitas also come in all white. So I'm like, wait, and and I just like whatever. I wasn't very creative. I'm like, I don't know, this colors like this, it wasn't. But that's how I got my breed, my species. Right, I just want to be different. Not many people know Akita. Like when I got into suits, nobody goes, "Oh my god, it's an Akita." They're go, "Oh, you're a white fox or a bear or whatever." I'm like, ugh, whatever. Sure, But it wasn't actually until I got the fursuit in 2013, 2014 that I was like, "Ooh, that's a lot of white," It wasn't really practical, and I was like, I don't want to wear clothes. That's, But so then I just found some LEDs and put them in the body, and I was like, hey, that's kind of cool. The LEDs look cool, so I just kind of started rocking like LEDs in my suit to kind of be different than a white fursuiter. And but my art continued to be, like a normal white Akita. But then it wasn't really until I actually got into Vrchat where I found hexagons are cooler than straight lines, because straight lines are easy for LEDs, but hexagons are cooler. Hexagons, bestagons, right? Uh, so so then, like, I think I went to FWA 2022, and then like 2 weeks before that, I was like, I ripped all my LEDs out and just rebuilt everything to be hexagons, and so now my fursuit matches my avatar. so that's basically how my LEDs came into be, Yeah, yeah, for sure. I mean, I could probably do. I have emotes. Well, kind of like this. I don't know if you can see it in the camera. Oh, I'll do it again. That. Yeah. So sort of like that. They are RGB LEDs, fully. They're all adjustable. There's like 530 of them. They are auto reactive. All programmed on me. So, yeah, yeah. But
Nice.
yeah, that's cool. That's how it came to be. Oh, and I also run like a business called Made to Glow, who takes commissions to put LEDs in people's fursuits because they keep asking me. So I've done a few fursuits here and there, like Gem Raptor and Beta and so many. It's like full suits.
Yeah, I got you. That's understandable.
Mhm.
That
Yeah, for sure.
Sweet. I'm still new to all this, but like I said, when it comes to doing interviews, it's new to me. Something new, something different I want to try.
Oh yeah,
Doing this. Which, why not? Give it a shot.
why not?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I think my answers were pretty good. I guess. I mean, I kind of rambled a bit, but
I know as more and more I go along with interviews with different people, there is different questions. I know, not different questions, but the answers do seem to be a lot better, because especially with people who's been in the fandom a lot longer or who is older. You know what I mean?
yeah. I mean, at this point, I feel like I guess I'm getting gray muzzle territory. But,
I know, right? For me, I knew about the furry community like years ago, but I never really got into it. I think I really started watching more and more of the videos back in like 2018, but I didn't really get into it because I was like, I want to get into it, but I don't know much about it. Don't know anybody. There's not a lot around where I'm at, or because whatever.
Yeah.
So I got thinking.
I've
always.
Everyone's experience is defined by the people around them. Sometimes, right? If you have the ability to go to meetups, cons conveniently, then.
Well, I didn't know a whole lot about cons. I didn't know how to search for them. I didn't, like I said, I didn't know most people I knew is ones I worked with. They didn't know anything about furries and stuff like that. I was like,
yeah.
The one thing I really do like was Vrchat, because I've always wanted to get into it.
Oh yeah.
And that's how I really got to learn more and more about it. I've been in Vrchat for now over a year and a half now.
It's interesting to think that people are furries because of Vrchat. You know what I mean?
All right, no, right.
That's so weird to think. Yeah. It's quite interesting. Like, see a lot of people influenced by events like Virality, for instance. how they've been such a huge impact on a lot of people's lives.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
From all aspects, from even the club scene to DJs performing to just people getting involved with camera operations or AV or anything. Like, just everyone just gets in and gets experience and makes friends and goes for it, right? So
Yep.
it's pretty neat to see. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But yeah, no, that's cool what you're doing here, Draco, for interviewing. So thank you very much for asking questions. So.
Oh yeah, yeah. Something new I want to try. I mean, all my videos just been a bunch of things. I just want to try something a lot different. So, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, that was fun and interesting. Seems like the more I do, the more interviews I did, the different type of answers you get. Or I got, in a way. It was fun and very intriguing to learn more about the furry community. It's not all bad, just have to be careful on who you make friends with. Furries are not all bad. There is a lot of good ones out there. The ones here are friends of mine. A few I haven't seen in some time, and got lucky to actually pop up on the interviews I was doing. Be honest, I didn't know if they would do it, but I thank them in helping me make this possible. The furry community is growing, and you don't have to be a furry to like it. Well, you don't have to be a furry to like it, and, you know, and if you do like it, like I said, you don't have to be a furry. Let you know, it's been a life-changing event for me, to be honest. And I've changed so much. I get out more, and I've been able to lose weight like I've been wanting to. I still want to lose more, but from what other friends tell me, it's like you're pretty much at your peak, so I can't really lose no more if I wanted to right now. And I thank everyone I'm friends and everyone that helped to make this possible. And I thank you and everyone who has watched. I would love to keep this going, so like before, any suggestions will be nice, and everyone should have a wonderful day and year to come. Goodbye, and see you all again soon. Please have a wonderful day.